welcome to the Madnes64 Minecraft patch news. I'm Madnes64, your host on this fine evening, and I'm going to show you a few important changes in Minecraft 1.3 that affect me and my building style. And I'm going to show you what I have to do to compensate the few changes and what I dislike and what I like. For the first change now, we're going live to our correspondent, Madnes64. Madnes, how are you doing?
Not good.
And why is that?
Well, I'm outside here and it is raining, and now rain can actually make trees drip water beneath them.
How very unrealistic, Madness.
I don't care about realism, man. As long as I get wet from standing under this tree, it freaking
So what you're saying is that you are wet right now.
Not wet like that.
Thanks, Madness. Now, our next topic is really big news. You can now create colored wooden stairs and half slabs, and even sandstone stairs. To tell us what this changes, our building expert, Madnes64, joined us today. Madness, I'm thrilled to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
You as an expert, what would you say? What changes due to the change in half slabs and stairs, which can be made out of different colored wood and even sandstone?
Well, first of all, we can vary a lot more than we could before. We can make different kinds of roofs, we can build better wooden houses, since not all the wood looks the same. And now that we have the stairs and the half slabs, it will help us a lot. And with a combination with, for example, the sandstone stairs, we can now, or we are capable of making better looking desert builds, for example. All in all, I think this changes quite a lot, and I will have to work quite a while to update my city Kargith with these new possibilities, but I'm really grateful for all the changes implemented in this patch.
So what else would you say is really important about the recent changes?
Yeah, a really important thing is that now we can place blocks, like for example logs, which is the best example for that, facing other directions than the usual facing up, side and down. As you can see here, this can be used to make beams look better. Or another good use for that is to simulate piled up logs at a logging for a lumberjack or something like that. Like this. Much better than before.
What about decoration? Are there any new blocks you'd like to introduce to our audience tonight?
Well, first of all, there is the emerald block, but I will have little use for that. I only think it could be used quite nicely in ruins or temples to highlight ornaments or patterns in walls like this. And then there is the ender chest, useful for survival since you can use it across dimensions, and for creative it can be used for decorating, for example, a voodoo shop, a fortune teller's tent, or simply a cultist club's hideout.
Okay. You got more? Or is that all?
Yeah, I definitely got more. For example, there are trapwire hooks which can be used, besides the use as a survival trap, as decoration. For example, the first thing I thought of was if you are building a kind of Mediterranean medieval city, you can use these as, for example, a laundry line in the back alleys, for example. But I think there are more uses for them. And besides that, you can now place levers on the ceiling, which helps redstone experts a lot and enables more freedom for decoration in creative mode.
Well, that sounds great. Oh, by the way, Madness, are you still wet?
Very funny.
You mad, bro? Get it? You madness?
Screw you! I hate.
So, Madness, don't you think you forgot to mention the new gravel textures? I have that on my list here.
Yeah, I was going to tell people about that up next.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah, gravel has a new texture. As you can see here, this is what it looks like. I kind of prefer the old texture of it. I think I'm the only one on the planet who actually liked having gravel in the paths, and It looks okay now, but if I had the choice, I would definitely choose the old texture. Maybe there are new uses for it, but yeah, for a path, I prefer the old version.
Well, that seems to be quite a lot of changes, huh?
Yeah, but I think when things don't change, things get boring quite easily.
How very true. Thanks for all the information, Madness, and thanks that you joined us this evening.
No, I need to thank you.
In other news tonight, we got word of a change in Minecraft's literature. Here to tell us more about this topic is some old guy.
Well, good news to RPG players. You're now able to write into books. Now you can write down stories and tales, or simply pass love letters to other girls on your server, like I used to do when I was younger. Oh yes, I remember. When I was younger it was 1942 and all the girls went crazy when I showed up. So what I did was to give love letters to all of them, and then we decided.
Okay, folks, you heard it. You can write into books now. Yeah. So, for this evening, this is pretty much it. So, I want to thank all the guests who joined us tonight, and to you, audience out there, I want to say, please rate, comment, subscribe, do as you will, and I hopefully will see you next time. Bye bye.